Hey, hello, hello, hello. Markel's World Wrestling News. If you're watching the recap afterwards, please like, subscribe. My name is Markel. I post wrestling news at least 3 times a week. Let's talk about it. What is going on with the blogs this week with wrestling news? I did take some notes, so that's where I'm looking down to see what I want to talk about. The headlines, what happened this week in wrestling news. Come on, give me 1 second. This is crazy. Now it don't even want. You know what? This is so crazy. I sent it to myself on Facebook and messaged it to myself. Okay, so now I gotta check my email to log on to my Facebook account on my iPad. Like this is too much, really. Like it's always something, child. But we do know. Okay, that's fine. I'm on my laptop and I have it. Oh my gosh, I can't even like scroll up. Okay, so we have Alexa Bliss, her cancel plans. Alexa Bliss, allegedly, this is with the blogs. Allegedly, they don't know what to do with Alexa Bliss, so they don't have no plans for her, and her return was canceled. Yes, allegedly, Alexa Bliss and her plans were canceled. What do we think about that? What do we think about that? Um, I'm really shocked. I think this is all something that is going on for her return at the Rumble. I don't believe that they don't have anything for her. Come on now. They are saying she wanted to be with the Wyatts. She wanted to be involved with that regarding her relationship with Bray Wyatt. So she did want to be involved somehow. Can I get V Bucks? I'm sorry. Are you talking about Fortnite? We are talking about pro wrestling news here. Are you talking about Fortnite? That's the only V Bucks I know of. So let me do this. So I have to edit this. Mm, let's see. I'm doing good. What year are you on? What year are you on, Anthony? But did you hear about Alexa Bliss? Allegedly, they don't have any plans for her. This is a huge shock because there was a point where she was on top of the women's division. So for her not to have plans, I don't believe this. I don't believe this. What happened to my music? Okay, so you're in 2008. I also wanted to talk about Chris Bay. We did get an update from Rob Van Dam. He did state that he visited Chris Bay. So that is good news. That is good news. He's no longer paralyzed. That's a little scary. He said he has a long recovery. What do you mean he was paralyzed? He's no longer paralyzed. So that's a little scary. I'm glad to hear that he's doing better. But an injury like that, it's all about if he can be cleared. That's all that matters. Can he be cleared? Um, it's great that he is no longer paralyzed, but is he ever going to be clear to wrestle? That is something you have to be mindful of. I do hope, nevertheless, if he doesn't wrestle again, that he has a healthy life. It sounds like it's going to be a long road. I guess he is. What did you say? Oh, Ariana Grace. She sounds familiar. Let me look her up real fast. You are revealing some tea. So let's see. I'm gonna say she's someone from NXT. Okay, pulling her up on the laptop. Okay, where is she from, Anthony? Since you are sharing, and you guys can share some news as well in the chat. But where is she from? And okay, she became a citizen. What happened? Did she get married? Like, what happened? Did she apply for it? Okay, so what else? What do we want to talk about? We did talk about Chris Bay. He is doing a lot better. The Ace Austin, that was cute. I don't know. There are a lot of people who are getting annoyed with TNA and people asking for donations. A lot of people are saying, why are we donating to this? We don't even know the status of his health, yet you keep asking us to donate. So I'm hoping with this update that many people will just back off and hopefully just donate. Mm, we do have Josh Alexander, who's clearly done with TNA Impact. This is another person that is done with the company. We need more people to sign with TNA Impact, the WWE, the NXT, the partnership. That is great. That is great. But it won't be great if we don't have talent on the roster. So, sad news that he's leaving, but I don't know. I don't know. Is he going to have an NXT stint? Is he going to have a nice run in NXT? A lot of people are assuming he'll do that. He did state that he is retired from the indie scene. So you have to assume that he has to sign somewhere. It's either AEW or it's either WWE. Maybe if Josh Alexander considers MLW a place or NWA somewhere that you can sign, maybe one of those places. But we do know that Josh Alexander did state that he is done with the indie wrestling scene. So he's done with TNA Impact. He may be like Jordan Grace. It may be a place that he's been at for a while, and he may eventually come back to finish his career. I feel like that's the same with Jordan Grace, who's clearly done with TNA. They are moving forward with Tessa Blanchard being that face of the knockout division. Yes, Masha is the current women's champion, but they are clearly trying to make Tessa the face of that division. So let's talk about what else. And if you have not, please like this video. If you're watching the replay, hey, 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 we are talking wrestling gossip. We did have Omos. He did announce that he is coming back to WWE. He was taking a short break and doing some indie appearance. I guess WWE did allow that, but he did announce at his last indie appearance over this week that he is returning to WWE. Is this something that we want to see? Do we want to see Omos back? Some people are saying, please don't waste a spot on Omos, but do we want to see Omos return back to WWE? He announced he's coming back. What plans will they have with Omos? Is he going to become a champion? Is he just going to return and be another face? So, who knows? Who knows? If there's a topic you want to talk about, you can comment it. Um, Omos coming back. Don't know. Really don't know. Nikki Bella, she was also in talks allegedly with WWE. They saw how well she did with they saw how well Nikki Bella did with the views um when she came back for the Raw edition. Um that being said, allegedly they do want to sign her. So is that something we want to see? What's going on with Brie Bella? Let's talk about that real fast. They did not invite Brie Bella to the Raw Netflix premiere. Why didn't WWE invite Brie Bella? Oh, Cold Beer, hey. Hey, if you have not, please sub. If you have not, and like this video. How are you, Cold Beer? Do you watch wrestling? And what's up? Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it even has hearts. It has a design as well, but thank you. But back to the Brie Bella situation. Thanks for the comment. Why isn't she getting an invite? I feel like she always gets the short end of the stick with the Bella twins. Nikki Bella, longest reigning Divas champion. Nikki Bella, She was the main event at Evolution, the women's pay per view, but Brie Bella was her cheerleader. Now they came and invite the poor lady to the Raw premiere. They only are interested in Nikki, and now they're allegedly only interested in um, Nikki Bella from what you call it for her returning. So what is up with Brie Bella? What's going on with WWE and Brie Bella? If you mean if I went there, I did. Yes, you see in the background that is where I went. So yeah, um, hope all is well. Hope all is well. But yeah, I did go to Wayne State. Are you familiar with it? And hello, hello. So what else did I have? Oh, we do have Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan allegedly isn't coming to Saturday night's main event due to family, I guess, personal issues going on with the family. There's a family matter. That is his reasoning for not coming to Saturday night's main event. Um, I don't know if that is the real reason. A lot of people are saying it is due to him getting booed out of the arena. A lot of people are saying that is why he isn't coming to Saturday night's main event. Some people are saying it's his ego. Some people are saying it's a WWE decision. Let him be off camera just for a little bit and maybe have him come back. Who knows? Who knows? But I don't know if it's due to family issues, like he's saying. Mm, mm, give me 1 second. Save. Okay. Okay. So that's what I have so far. Let's get to what else is going on. They are still, a lot of people are upset about Tessa Blanchard and her returning. She is getting a lot of heat. I am seeing there are a lot of people that are supporting her. I'm about redemptions. We shall see what happens. Um, TNA, the arenas in TNA are starting to sell very well. They are no longer seeing a lot of empty seats. I am glad to see that TNA Impact is coming back. Um, there was a point where a lot of people felt like TNA was going to die, aka close the doors and no longer be a company. Now we have a lot of chatter. We have a lot of chatter, y'all. Now they are stating, is this going to be the new WWE Evolve relationship where they have a partnership and then slowly but surely WWE purchases TNA Impact. Is that something we want to see? Is that something you want to see? I personally, I would not want to see a TNA Impact ran by WWE. It would just be another WWE product. It won't be TNA Impact no more. It would just be another WWE show with the TNA name. Okay, some talent from TNA Impact when it was still from its original form. But again, it's going to become a WWE product if it becomes purchased. So that is the chatter that they sooner than later will be bought. I don't feel like that's going to happen. I feel like TNA has been fighting for a while now, and I feel like this is WWE trying to help TNA out because they have an okay relationship. We did have what Dave Meltzer allegedly he did say allegedly this is due to WWE trying to ruin AEW. I do stick up for AEW a lot. My mom always says I always fight for the underdogs. I fight. I like all wrestling companies, just not WWE, just not TNA, just not AEW. I like all wrestling, even indie wrestling, AAW Pro. So I do like wrestling in general, but we need more competition. So I don't feel like AEW I don't know. I don't feel like AEW should be a target, and I don't feel like WWE is doing that yet. I don't believe that yet. I do feel like one day we will see a day when both promotions, WWE and AEW, do a crossover. I feel like that will happen before AEW closes. Because I don't really feel like AEW is going anywhere. Some people are fearing that AEW is also going to eventually go bankrupt or eventually not be a brand or, well, a company. But I don't feel like that's going to happen. They just signed an HBO Max deal. So, and they just got what? Renewed on TV with a nice deal. So I don't see that happening. I don't see that happening with AEW. I don't see that happening with TNA. I don't see TNA getting bought. But we need more competition. What other news do we have? We have Charlotte Flair announced for the Royal Rumble. She's making her return. What do we think about that? A lot of people are fearing that she is going to win the Royal Rumble, and it's going to be the second time winner, and they are afraid of that. They do not want her to win. I feel like with the announcement of hers, maybe it will be Alexa Bliss that does return, or maybe a Nikki Bella return, because announcing Charlotte Flair really didn't make sense unless you had something bigger. Um, I don't know. Some people are saying maybe Becky Lynch will make her return. Allegedly, this is some news. This is some tea. I get this from Blue Sky and X and some of these blog sites, but X is a good thing to use at times. They're saying Becky Lynch re-signed and maybe she'll be the big reveal. And that's why we have Charlotte Flair that already announced her return. She gets her little spotlight now, but she ain't gonna get her spotlight at the Royal Rumble because we got something way bigger than her. I feel like Charlotte Flair does have a good chance in winning the Royal Rumble. Um, we do know when she does come and return, she does have these big comebacks where she wins a championship, where she has a big moment. So her coming back at the Royal Rumble and her winning wouldn't be really far fetched. I can really see her winning. Um, wouldn't be surprised. Hello, Anthony. I don't think we talked before. Thank you. Hello, hello. I hope all is well. Love the question, and thank you, Tom. If you were saying how much I would pay that Charlotte Flair would win, she has a good chance. But Anthony, let's talk about it. We have who is the next? Who is the next NXT superstar to show up on TNA television? I'm thinking of Oba. That would be something huge. That would be something huge. Some reason, if they really want to amp the ante, they would have Trick Williams appear, but it would have to make sense. Um, but realistically, mm, maybe Roxanne. I could see her coming only due to Cora Jade being involved. You know, Roxanne and Cora Jade are friends and they have history. So if Masha defeats Cora Jade, um, maybe during their match, if it's in a TNA Impact setting, that is when you have Roxanne. She may not be coming to wrestle, but she may just come to help her friend Corey Jade. So that is how she makes her appearance in TNA. Will it be a weekly thing? No. Maybe she just did it for that one off to try to help her friend. So yeah, Anthony, I see maybe Roxanne Perez making a surprise during this Corey Jade thing. It wouldn't be far fetched for Roxanne to try to help Corey Jade. And they did say with this, they did say With this partnership, I think the key word was weekly, so it would make sense somehow Roxanne is involved with Corey Jade and makes an appearance. Right away, Trish. I'm sorry. I was a bigger Trish fan growing up. Did like her. I did like her and Ashley Massaro versus Vince's Devils, Candice, Victoria, and Tori Wilson. So yeah, I was a Trish. I did love her feud with Mickey James. That WrestleMania, what 22, is still one of the best women's matches out there. So Trish. Lita, I did respect. Team Extreme. Um, the moonsault was good. I did like the one leg DDT, the Lita DDT. I did like her heel run. So her heel run was good. So Lita, I do respect her too. So um that's a tough one. That is a tough one because I do have a Jade shirt. I did love her in AEW. I did love the baddies. I did love her in Red Velvet. Who was the other girl that was involved? Layla. When she joined eventually, it was okay, but I did love Jade and the baddies and the green hair and the gray hair. But I do love Bianca and all that she's done in WWE. And then for her to have her own Hulu show, even though it's one season for her to go mainstream on Hulu. I would have to say Bianca. She's more established. Jade, maybe one day she'll take that status. Not to put the two girls against each other, but maybe one day there will be a point once Jade established herself that I will say, okay, maybe Jade a little bit more. But right now it has to be Bianca, the EST. Jade, I heard she's doing some movies or what TV shows, so that's what's holding her back right now from being on TV. So congrats to that. Maybe one day I'll be talking about you a little bit more, but I do like Jade nevertheless. What about you? What about you, Trish or Lita? Tam, do you like Trish or Lita better? And what about you, Anthony? Do you like Jade better or do you like Bianca better? And if so, why? Maybe give a short reason. That would be money at WrestleMania one day, but who would be the heel and who would be the face? Would it be Bianca Belair and her without me in WWE, I paid the way? Is that going to be what the storyline is going to be? If so, that's very redundant, I would say. We had a lot of storylines where we had someone who feels like they paved the way for someone younger than them or before them, or well, after them. We've seen that before. So I hope the storyline will be a little bit better than that between Bianca and Jade when they eventually do face off. Um, if you haven't noticed with the storyline, we noticed that Bianca Belair, she isn't as concerned about her friend as she should be. So that being said, there are many that feel like she will eventually feud with her because she's not even thinking about her friend. So hey, you may feud sooner than later. So you have to be very you have to be paying very attention when you watch these segments because Bianca is clearly not thinking about Jade. Do you think? And didn't she even say we defend the tag team title, so I'm fine? Like, really? Do you think they will feed Rhea to Charlotte? Ah, hey CM, it's so good to see you. Hey, 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 we were just catching up with wrestling news. And you did you hear that Alexa supposedly they don't have any plans for her? But it may be a what's it called? I forgot, but yeah, it may be something we may see. I feel like it's gonna be like this. You have Charlotte. that always will beat Rhea at the end, and then you always have Rhea that's always going to beat Liv at the end. It's always going to be that order. It's always going to be Rhea, Liv, Liv's gonna lose. Charlotte, Rhea, Charlotte's gonna be the one that wins over them. So I don't see that being shocking. Kind of like with Liv Morgan, her whole title reign. I said, okay, please don't let her be involved with Rhea. And then she had her match with Io, and barely did you even remember that Io was the person fighting for the title because they were so fixated on Rhea Ripley at that damn time. So it was just like, are you kidding me? So then, as soon as Rhea got that rematch, she defeated Liv. So I'm like, okay, I forgot the word something web of chains. It's kind of like one thing eats this, and then another thing eats that. So that's what I'm thinking of. We have Charlotte. She's always going to defeat Rhea, but Rhea's always going to defeat Liv when it matters. But then if Liv tries to face Charlotte, of course Charlotte's going to beat Liv because she's always going to beat Rhea, who Rhea always going to beat Liv. So it's I forgot that. I'm tired. Oh, I missed something. Oh, okay. Okay, it's hard to choose for me, but I need to choose one. I would lean towards Bianca. Okay. Because she reminds me a little bit of Jacqueline. Oh, Jacqueline. Nice shout out to Jacqueline. And oh yeah, I can see that. I can see that. And Jacqueline was my favorite female wrestler of all time. Okay, that is rare that you hear someone say that. So thank you for sharing. But yeah, she was tough in her own right. With these vigilants they've done for Charlotte, I feel like they may be pairing her up. Most definitely, I do know that Charlotte Flair she does want to get her hands on Tiffany. That would be a nice buzz for both females. For Tiffany, for her title reign, that would be a nice buzz, but also would be a nice buzz for Charlotte to face someone like Tiffany who is currently relevant. Charlotte's been doing this for a while now. She will be relevant most of the time, but there are some people that will be a little bit more relevant. And right now it is Tiff time. So Charlotte does benefit from facing her. So both parties will benefit, but sadly, I feel like Charlotte would win. I don't think Tiffany would go over. I think you're right. Never thought of that. Okay, CM. So who is the next? Who? So who is next to be over Phoebe Assessment or Judgment Day? I'm hoping Judgment. So who is next to be over Phoebe Testament, Portland or Judgment Day? I'm hoping Judgment Day. So are you a Judgment Day fan? So, what Judgment Day are you a fan of? The current one, with are you a Finn Balor fan? I did try to get with the Judgment Day. I did like them at some point, but right now with Finn Balor, it's kind of getting old. I really want him to be the leader at some point and win some gold, other than the tag team title. Dominic, I do like him a lot. JD, he's okay. Do you like Carlito though? Do you feel like he fits in? It's a little odd that he's there, but I guess this version of the Judgment Day, it's all right. I do like Liv in it though. She does add a little spunk to it, so I do like Liv in it. So both Liv and Rhea, they both brought something to the Judgment Day as the females. Would have been awesome. We could have two females. Well, I guess Raquel is the second female if you consider her a member. No shade. She's just there half the time. Poor Liv lost her BFFs. Went to AEW. Oh yeah, you're talking about I know exactly. Riot Squad. What was her? Ruby. You're talking about Ruby. What happened to Sarah Logan? Wasn't she Baccarat? What was that? That weird character? I mean, I'm sorry. I know that character was based off another female character that was a wrestler back in the day, but what happened to her? She had a little shine for a moment, but then she just disappeared. I forgot all about Sarah Logan. Okay, so who do you think is the most underrated person on NXT or the main roster? For me, it's Lola. She gets overlooked because okay, I know who you're talking about. Lola. Didn't she just have a I became a fan of her. I like her little dancing. If I'm thinking about the correct person, because I've recently started watching it more, to be honest. Watching wrestling every day got tiring and just having Sunday off. But I do remember, wasn't she the one that just won that underground match? And she does that dance. I do like her. She's a little spunky. Yeah, you do have a lot of international stars being signed, and since they're international, they get pushed right away. So we have what, three international stars? We have isn't Delta, isn't that her name? The female Brock Lesnar, isn't she from somewhere? Then we have Stephanie, she's from what, Mexico, I think, New Mexico. Then we have Julia from Japan. So we have all these international stars that get pushed a lot right away. Then we have people like Alola who can do her little dance and knock people out. She gets the background treatment. I think Wesley is underrated. I said it. Wesley in NXT. Since we're talking about NXT, let's keep it real. Wesley should have been on the main roster. What are they doing with him? Um, I thought maybe he's still there because they want him to become the NXT World Champion. Okay, I can see Wesley doing a 6, 7 month title reign. I can see him being a heel, having a title reign. I can see him being a baby face with the title reign. They kind of messed that up. When he first came back with his leg injury, they could have put the title on Wesley. He does have the muscles. Wesley does have the look. He is handsome. He does have the skills. He's been doing this for a while now. So I feel like Wesley is underrated, the most underrated currently for the males. Females, I would say, but I don't know what's going on with her. Nikki Cross, what happened to her? She's underrated. She can wrestle. Where is she? She doesn't really do that much. Oh, okay. I like the feud between Judgment Day versus Priest and the Raiders. Yeah. Are you happy, Mike? Thank you. Are you happy, Mike, that Priest is now a SmackDown guy? That's some news. Yes, there is what transfers. It's not even the draft anymore. There's transfers going on, and Damian Priest he just got moved to SmackDown. Him and Rhea Ripley no longer on the same brand currently. Keyword currently. I don't know if there's a draft that's going to happen, or I don't know if what you call it. There's more transfers that's going to happen. I don't know what's going on. Oh, she got injured. Really? She barely wrestled. She was more of a manager. I know she had a little wrestling match here and there with the little tag team matches, but don't recall her doing much in the ring when she came back. Yeah, I wish they would do more with her. She's good. I mean, I did like the Nikki Ash character. It reminded me of Mighty Molly. I did love that moment they had at the Royal Rumble where it was old generation versus new generation, Mighty Molly and Nikki Ash. Did like when she won the championship. That was a nice moment. So she can get the fans around her if you book her well, so I can see a crazy and a lot of people claim they like the Sandy, what the crazy side of her in NXT. So you have the crazy heel side that people liked, and you have that face Nikki Ash side. Yes, people did say it got stale after a while, but she did prove that she could get the crowd behind her as a baby face and a heel. So that's what I'm saying. She's a little underrated. They should be doing something with her. Hello. Oh yes, Levy. Thank you, TNA, for the comment. TNA has best women's wrestling. I have to agree. Right now they are killing it. I do like Masha. I was just watching at the gym today. The Jordan Grace and Masha from 2022. And Jordan Grace did her finisher off the top rope, and both women were beating the hell out of each other, almost like a New Japan wrestling match. I do feel like right now they currently have a good roster as well. We have Masha, really good. We have what's her name? Zaya Lee. She's very talented. Ash by Elegance. She is doing some great things. She just defeated a champion. No one's talking about that. Didn't she just defeat a champion by doing the roll up? So we have a lot of good women's wrestling. Then of course we have Tessa Blanchard. You may not like her personally, but she can wrestle as well. So yeah, TNA has some great women's wrestling. They've always put women's wrestling on the map with the Gail Kim, Awesome Kong, Taryn Terrell, and Gail Kim. Remember that? And with ODB as the referee, wasn't that what knockout match? What else was it good? We had Angelina Love putting some good bangers with Tara at some point. We had, I'm just thinking about the feuds I know. Taylor Wilde. A lot of people don't talk about this much, but Taylor Wilde did have some good matches with Awesome Kong. I remember as a kid seeing her in the crowd. She did have some good matches where she won that money and defeated Awesome Kong. Then we had Taylor Wilde and Velvet Sky and the Beautiful People, the small feud. So they've always had great women's wrestling. Um, the Beautiful People, that's a whole nother story, a lot of memories. Still remember when Roxy got her head shaved and the Beautiful People were laughing. And as a kid, I was mad at Velvet Sky and Angelina Love. Then when Madison Rain joined, I liked them. Yeah, a lot of memories with TNA. Now that I think about it, that's why I want TNA to remain TNA. I don't want WWE to buy TNA. I have so many great memories of them. Are you scared that TNA might lose Masha? Oh, I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about that. I'm so fixated with Jordan Grace leaving and that impact because she was the face of the women's division for a while now. And damn it, I thought she was gonna maybe stay and just have like that. Okay, during this partnership, y'all extended it. I'm gonna be in NXT most of the time, and I'm still gonna remain under TNA. I thought it was gonna be a situation like that because we have to be real. Once she goes to NXT, she's not going to be the only star there. And I'm not saying no shade to the TNA roster, saying that she was the only star in TNA, but there are a lot of major stars on NXT. We have Julia, we have Stephanie, we have Delta, we have Cora Jade, we have Roxanne, we have some. Well, I guess Roxanne is going to the main roster, but there's so many other people that she's going to have to compete for that one spot. Uh, Masha going. I don't even think she would have a huge spot to be honest. She is unique, but if Jordan Grace is going to have to fight for a spot, imagine how hard Masha's going to have to fight for a spot on that roster. But she is different, so that may make her stand out to a lot of people. But because she does have that unique look. The lipstick is always a different color. The hair color, the hair, the makeup. Her moves are very lethal and very aggressive. Yet she's fast. She can be a good baby face like she's doing now, but she can also be a huge heel. So she has a lot to bring to the table. I just don't know if she would be a star if she signs to WWE. Yeah, Velvet Sky was good. Her little solo run was cute. It was cute when she was the champion and she did that underhook DDT slash facebuster. That would be an okay move for Britt Baker to go to TNA. Maybe she won't be in the headlines for an attitude. Maybe if she does TNA, she puts on some banger matches. Okay, a lot of people don't watch TNA, But a lot of their shit is on X and a lot of it's on Instagram and TikTok. So a lot of people may not watch it live, but people do watch it online. So let's say Britt Baker was doing some awesome things in TNA wrestling. A lot of people will see the clips of her and it will start to get retweeted. So she could reinvent herself and have a what, maybe even a year in TNA. She could sign a year deal, have some matches, and then maybe go to WWE. But her going to TNA wouldn't be a bad thing before she goes to the major leagues. Um, didn't Naomi Trinity Fatu do that? Wasn't she in TNA just for like a year and then she went back to WWE? So why can't Britt do the same? Have a year and a half or just a year TNA run, put on some banger matches to the point you don't even want to talk about the Adam Cole shit. You don't even want to talk about the AEW shit. You're so busy talking about why she's Dr. DMD because she's putting on these banger matches in TNA. She could have a great match with Ash by Elegance. A lot of people will laugh, but they could put on a banger, at least a 15-minute cute match. Um, her and Tessa could put on a great match, pay-per-view worthy. Um, her and Masha could put on a great match. So she does have some opponents. And then the NXT um, partnership that could lead her to WWE. She could face maybe a Cora Jade or a Roxanne while she's in TNA. Oh, yep, Masha and Jordan do. That was Guy. Yeah, people sleep on TNA. If they love women's wrestling, they need to watch. Winter was good. I just didn't like the weird storyline she had with Angelina Love and the trance that she put on her. I do know that was a little it was just it overtook the wrestling for me. But I do feel like Winter did have a better career in TNA than she did in WWE. Let's just be real. She was a jobber in WWE. Don't you think that TNA needs to stay separate? I was saying that. I did say that. A lot of people said I was a hater, and that's why I keep saying I don't want TNA to be bought by WWE. Some people are even saying they want that to happen. They can have other people run it. But yeah, I always was saying for a while now that I don't want both brands to lose their identity. That is why I'm rooting for an AEW. I don't want them to close their doors because again, it gives pro wrestlers different options and it gives fans a different option to watch. If I'm getting bored watching WWE, I can watch AEW if I want to take a break. If I've been watching AEW and I want to take a break, I can watch TNA. If I don't want to watch AEW, if I've been watching TNA and AEW and I'm tired of it, I can watch WWE. If I want to watch wrestling every damn day, I have something to watch every damn day. So it's good to have different companies. But the weekly thing kinda scared me when they said the NXT TNA weekly with this new partnership. Why do we need to see NXT and TNA interact weekly? At this point, it's not even gonna be a separate show. It's not even gonna have its own identity. It's just gonna be a continuation from the last show. Okay, this happened on Tuesday. Now we're on Thursday, and the same people are showing up. And then Tuesday comes, and then same people Thursday come. Like I hope that's not going to be the case because we don't even need two separate shows. Just make it a long 4 hour show then. Maintenance guy agreed. Depending on some of us finish with TNA, I believe she might go to WWE by the time she goes there. Delta stuff. Roxanne and Julia will be in the main roster. You're right. And if that's the case, then she most definitely would be the face of the NXT roster if that's where they put her. I mean, they may put her on the main roster. We would be shocked, but I do feel like she would need to be in NXT first. I don't feel like she's that big of a star yet where she can just go on the main roster and everyone knows who she is. I feel like she would need to be introduced by going to NXT, then going to the main roster. Hello, Lisa How are you? And if you have not, please like this video. Sub if you have not. I think the rumor is BS. I don't think WWE is okay. So kind of like what? Yeah, you don't believe it either. Yeah, I don't see that happening. I do know that WWE will help if they don't feel like you're a threat. So that's kind of what I think. But WWE, do I think they want to buy him? I think they would get a lot of backlash. And then it's really just going to be WWE and AEW again. Because there was a point where people didn't even consider TNA, but if TNA is bought by WWE, it's just going to be WWE versus AEW for the major um, places. Thank you, unknown. How are you? How are you? Hope all is well. Hey, hey. I think the partnership benefits TNA more than it does WWE because it actually gets TNA exposed. It could. At this point, I do feel like I see a lot of people on the TNA posts. I've been watching even before this damn partnership, but there are a lot of people that be commenting about NXT stars on the posts more. So I do feel like it is having some of the NXT fans come to watch TNA because there are a lot of people that are saying, "Where can I watch this at?" Or, "Oh my goodness, they're coming to TNA. I definitely have to watch TNA." So there are a lot of NXT stars that are pushing TNA views. I just hope it stays and sticks. But TNA, um, congrats to them. Want to see some good things with TNA. Want to see some good things with WWE as usual. I'm a little disappointed with the next Royal Rumble. I don't know if I'm going to wake up early or what 3 o'clock in the morning to watch the next Royal Rumble in 2026. But since it's in another country, but we shouldn't be surprised. But I do wish them the best. I'm excited with the Netflix deal. AEW, I'm excited with the HBO Max deal. Hopefully, it brings more viewers. Hopefully, more eyes on the pay per views. Hopefully, more viewers, more people talk about it, and then more people want to be curious and watch it. I am hoping that for AEW. TNA, I'm hoping they just keep growing. You lost some people such as Josh Alexander, Jordan Grace, maybe even Masha. So hopefully they get some people. Then we just have Ali Mustafa Ali. He did just resign, so that is a familiar face. But TNA, I hope you guys continue to grow. Are you a fan of Lucha Libre? Do you ever watch CMN or AA because they have a ton of interest? No, I do not. I may have to watch it um, and fit that in my schedule. And that is another company or more wrestlers I can gossip about. We know I love to gossip here on Markel's World. So no, I may start to watch it, but how do you watch it? Is it on YouTube? I know I've seen some clips here and there, but that was online. How would you watch it? Is it on a national TV station? Is it a subscription? Is it on YouTube, the full episodes the next day? Because I don't know how to watch CMLL or AAA. Is it on Fight Network or what? Fight TV? And let me see. There's one more thing before I get off that I want to talk about. Because I wanted to do this quick little live, and this quick little live became 45 minutes, but I do enjoy running my mouth. I'm just trying to see if there's more wrestling news. Who's excited for Saturday night's main event? Who's excited for Collision? Saturday night's main event looks exciting. Collision looks exciting with the Mariah May and Tony meeting for the first time. That is something I really do want to see. Is it going to be a stupid Tony Storm acting all silly and then she becomes timeless Tony Storms and attacks Mariah May and her memory comes back? I feel like that may happen, but that may happen during the match. That may happen during the match where timeless Tony Storm comes back. and she may defeat Mariah May. Okay, yeah, I'm in Michigan, Anthony. And yeah, I'm in Michigan. But you said, okay, California, Arizona. And yes, wishing those in California the best, clearly, with what's going on. Mm, I'm trying to see. There's one more thing I want to gossip about before I go. And oh, by the way, Markel's World on TikTok, X, Blue Sky, Markel's World. That's where you can find me. You can always tweet me on X, some news. Blue Sky, I don't even know what to say. Do you? You can always Blue Sky me some news or tweet me something on Blue Sky. But Markel's World on all social media, even on Instagram. All right, I'm trying to see some news. Mm, trying to see some news. I'm looking. Oh, we have some news. Okay. Per Yahoo, Christopher Daniels confirms retirement from wrestling. Christopher Daniel has confirmed his retirement from professional wrestling on Twitter. The former Ring of Honor champion wrestled what fans assumed to be his final match on AEW's Collision last week. He confronted Paige. I didn't know if that was just storyline, but I don't really follow him on X, so I wouldn't have known. Oh, he tweeted, "I'm sad that it's over, but I'm so very happy that it happened. Thank you all." Well, he is someone that's been around for a while. I do know him mostly not for his time in AEW, mostly for his time in TNA wrestling. So I do wish Christopher Daniels nothing but the best with the future. But this was the wrestling news this week recap. Before I go, what was the best show this week? I would say TNA Impact. This week, I would say TNA Impact. NXT did have a nice, strong second place to me. AEW did well as they did well. Still have Saturday night main event, but again, the viewership is going up for them back to the 670,000 mark. So, wishing them the best of luck. AEW, catch them tonight if you have time. AEW Collision, but like this video if you're watching the replay, sub to the YouTube. Thank you guys for the comments. Thank you, Anthony. You can always tweet me if you would like. Thank you, Unknown, for the compliment. Okay, yeah, at EA, I didn't even see what you said, but WWE is the only place for wrestling. Um, there's other companies, but I'm a WWE fan too. But there's other companies. Uh, but I thank you for the comment. But if you're a WWE fan and just a WWE fan, you can always watch other companies just to see others. But if that's what you really love, I mean, that is a good company. Thank you, Lisa, for the comment. Alex, CM, is always great seeing you. It was good seeing you again tonight. Levy McDaniel, it was nice talking to you. It was very nice talking to you. Mike Brand, thank you. Okay, I'm just trying to make sure I didn't. Tam Patton, thank you for the difficult questions, but all love. The Tristan Lita one. I do like I don't know how to pronounce your name, but the one from Are You from Wayne State? Thank you for the comments. Cole Beer, thank you for the compliment about the nails. And Anthony, thank you for updating us with your memoirs and for your comments. But I'm getting off, so I'll send my thank yous. Um, Life updates. It was busy. Ran errands, but I'm here. I'm here. It's about to be 7 p.m. Eastern time, so I'm about to maybe clean a little bit and watch a little bit wrestling. Maybe take a quick walk, but watch a little wrestling. But this is Markel's World, all things pro wrestling news, my life. Thank you so much for the support. I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.